Alright, I'm going to try to keep this video short and see if we can show you the road to 1 million visitors a month. So, I don't know, I'm not very exciting in my videos, I hope you know that. You can check them out, they're somewhat bleak because I'm not trying to trigger you or get you to respond to my videos, I'm just basically trying to help you. And I want to show you a site that I'm just working on for fun and to see if it can get to 1 million visitors, which I've gotten that within other sites. In more videos in the future, I'll definitely share what those sites are. And yes, I did earn a lot of money, anywhere from $25,000 to $35,000 a month in display ads, which is definitely a lot, but they definitely got crushed, and we'll go over why that is in future videos. But today I just wanted to kind of show you a new site I'm working on, and we'll compare it to some others too, just to kind of show you generally that I know what I'm doing. So the first thing is just like this site. So you can go to it, you can punch it into Ahrefs. Feel free to copy it if you want to. Happy to do that. It's pretty crappy. You can see from the design, it's a pretty crappy design. I just kind of put the Mediavine theme on it, which does charge me per month. But I've got like a little template that I've used here. Maybe we'll find a better one here. A template that I've used, it's not very good. It auto-generates the thumbnail for me based on the title. It has some table of contents built in. All of these are WordPress plugins, and then I've written this content by hand. And then I did create a little custom module to make it easy to create like the Google Trends of this emoji over time. And then these are just kind of related posts. So it's not very sexy at all. It's pretty bad, but it's actually working. So I think a big part of these sites, if you want to like kind of know, well, number one, we went over this. Why am I doing this? Basically to help people. So before we begin, I guess, is like I am doing this. I'm showing you the road. I'm showing you the road to 1 million page views because I want to help you, period. Right? I want to save you from wasting your time and money. You want to make money, I know you do, and that's cool. We all probably need a little bit more money, but I think a good way to do that is to be authentic, and there's not too many people who are authentic on the internet. So okay, so one thing that we should cover though, and I'll cover this in every video, is basically content gaps. Content gaps with 0 backlinks are probably the only way that you're gonna get back like actual traffic to your site. So if we look here as an example, there's basically just nobody on these keywords. That's the reality. So if you're kind of searching around for some of the keywords, let's go to the latest ones that I've just ranked for, meaning from a girl. And just kind of all this sort of stuff. You can see like, I'm not doing great in terms of the rankings yet, but the site's only a few months old. That is one thing, but it's actually not like doing too bad, especially for some of these like, pretty big keywords. But they have some pretty heavy content gaps in them. And so what I mean by that is if you actually go to the keyword, so let's do this one, meaning from a girl. And this is like an emoji meaning from a girl. There's nobody in the first page that actually targets an article that is for that actual search. So I have found a search term that nobody is actually writing content for, and that's going to be my particular strategy here, which is very hard to do. A lot of people don't do that. They want the they basically want the playbook, so they want to follow other sites and just copy other sites. And actually, I think if you're going to try to rank with 0 keywords, the best thing to do is to try to find actual content gaps, it's called. So keywords where there is no content surfaced for it yet. And basically our strategy is to, let's say this, strategy is to target Google's relevancy factor here, right? So basically it's like no one has made content for the keyword, and our H1 is the closest to exact match for the keyword. Okay, so there is that. And then if we look at it again, this is like a pretty new site, started in September, right? So I think it's doing actually pretty good given the fact that it's started in December. There are 0 backlinks on it. This backlink came through, I have no idea what it even is. I'm not gonna do any backlinks on it unless y'all actually like this video and want me to do some backlink tests on it. I'm happy to do that. Let's go into Google Search Console for it. So if we look at the performance, what's really interesting here is tons of impressions and like very little clicks. And the ranking position is actually not like too bad. And I think the problem with this site in general is that most of it is going to be like the knowledge panel answered questions. So, you can call them the PAA if you want to, but a lot of people won't click through to the website. And if they don't do that, if they don't click through, right, well then how are we going to make money? We don't make display ad money off of nobody clicking through to the website. And so we can see that if we actually search one of these terms, right? So if we just put in IAHT meeting in text, what we could see is this, we could see, there's the site number 2, which I think is pretty cool. But again, just remember that it's because nobody else is on here that actually is answering the question. But sometimes it'll actually have like little knowledge panel that comes up, and and that's not good. People won't go to it. You can also see it kind of answers the question right here. IHG simply means all right. So if we don't have click-throughs, then we're not going to make any money, and that kind of sucks too. That's a factor of the site that we should really consider. Generally, I've posted about 200 articles. Again, they're by hand, but they're very short and easy to do, and there's like a template that I could just duplicate. Happy to go into that next time too. I just wanted to introduce the site, show you, 0 links really. This is still doing generally better than most YouTuber SEOs. So one of the YouTuber SEOs that's starting a site is Julian Goldie, so I'm happy to challenge him to this. But his site is Astrological Eden, and I'm definitely getting more traffic than him in a shorter period of time, and he's building links because he's selling you links. And that's how it goes, right? So he's building links and doing AI content and not working because he's not really doing an SEO strategy per se. He's just kind of copying other people, and that's really hard to do. I'm going to go into like your content gap if you want to in more detail, but I guess I'm already doing better than him in a pretty short period of time. So road to 1 million, here we go. Hope you liked it.